In a surprising turn of events, Kash Patel has been removed from his position as acting director of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms and Explosives. The move, shrouded in secrecy, has raised eyebrows and sparked debate. Patel's tenure, though brief, was marked by controversy. His sudden departure only adds to the intrigue surrounding the ATF. The agency, responsible for overseeing firearms and explosives, has often found itself at the center of political crossfire. Patel's removal and the subsequent appointment of Daniel Driscoll, the current Army Secretary, have only intensified the scrutiny. This leadership shake-up comes at a pivotal time for the ATF as it faces numerous challenges, including a potential merger with the Drug Enforcement Administration. The lack of transparency surrounding Patel's removal has fueled speculation. Some insiders suggest that his appointment was never meant to be permanent. Others whisper of internal conflicts and power struggles within the agency. Whatever the reason, the ATF now finds itself navigating yet another period of uncertainty. The Biden administration has remained tight-lipped about the specifics surrounding Patel's departure. However, the White House has stated that Driscoll's appointment is temporary. They maintain that a permanent ATF director will be nominated in due course. For now, the agency and the public are left to wait and see what direction Driscoll will take. Kash Patel's appointment as acting ATF director in January 2025 was met with mixed reactions. A former aide to President Donald Trump, Patel had a reputation for being fiercely loyal and unafraid of controversy. His previous role as Chief of Staff to the Acting Secretary of Defense during the Trump administration had thrust him into the spotlight. Patel's supporters praised his experience in government and his commitment to law enforcement. They saw him as a strong leader who would bring much-needed stability to the ATF. His detractors, however, expressed concern over his lack of experience with firearms and his perceived partisan leanings. Patel's short time at the helm of the ATF was not without incident. He quickly moved to implement a number of policy changes, some of which drew criticism from gun control advocates. These changes, coupled with his close ties to the Trump administration, led to accusations that he was more interested in advancing a political agenda than in enforcing the law. Despite the controversies, Patel's supporters maintained that he was unfairly targeted by his political opponents. They argue that he was a capable leader who was committed to making the ATF a more effective agency. His tenure, though brief, left a lasting impact on the ATF. It remains to be seen how his successor will navigate the challenges ahead. Daniel Driscoll, the newly appointed acting director of the ATF, brings a unique set of experiences and challenges to the role. At 38 years old, Driscoll is relatively young for such a high-ranking position. His background is primarily in politics, having served as an advisor to Vice President J.D. Vance. Driscoll's military experience is limited, having served less than 4 years in the Army Reserve before leaving as a first lieutenant. This lack of extensive law enforcement or military experience has raised questions about his qualifications for leading the ATF. Despite this, the White House has expressed confidence in his ability to lead the agency. Driscoll's political ambitions are no secret. He was a candidate in the 2020 North Carolina Republican congressional primary, though he was unsuccessful in his bid. This background has led some to speculate that his appointment to the ATF is a political move. Whether Driscoll is simply a placeholder until a permanent director is chosen or intends to make his own mark on the agency remains unclear. His leadership will be closely watched as he navigates the complex challenges facing the ATF. The recent leadership changes at the ATF come at a time of significant internal and external scrutiny for the agency. Internally, morale is reportedly low and many agents are disillusioned by the constant political battles. Externally, the ATF faces pressure from both sides of the gun control debate. Perhaps the most significant challenge facing the ATF is the potential merger with the Drug Enforcement Administration. This proposal, currently under consideration by the Justice Department, aims to streamline law enforcement efforts and improve efficiency. However, critics argue that it would create a massive and unwieldy bureaucracy. The proposed merger has raised concerns about mission creep. The ATF's focus on firearms and explosives could be diluted if it is absorbed into a larger agency primarily focused on drug enforcement. Additionally, there are questions about how the cultures of the two agencies, which have very different histories and approaches, would mesh. The future of the ATF remains uncertain. The leadership of Daniel Driscoll, the potential merger with the DEA, and the ongoing political battles over gun control will all play a role in shaping the agency's destiny. Only time will tell what the future holds for the ATF. If you found this valuable, subscribe to our channel, like and share this video with your friends, and hit the bell to get notified of our future content. Now go watch our other videos.